Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2021-22 season. My name is Dan and welcome to a Gameweek 30 deadline stream. How are you guys doing? Are you all good? I hope it's all good. I see someone in the chat, Andrea, says 17k over here with a pregnant wife about to give birth to our beautiful daughter. So congratulations to you. About to have a baby. That's a little bit more important than a FPL deadline, but I do hope you have set your team regardless. You need a good bus team for something like that. But we've got any members in the chat today. We've got Zaki, we've got Jeremy Baker is here as well. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are excited. This is my free hit team. There's been one change since the last stream. I have bottled it and brought in Coutinho instead of Saka. Yeah, it's I just kind of feel like, yeah, like the way I was talking earlier, I was kind of talking myself into a decision that I didn't actually end up doing, basically saying that I believe that Arsenal will concede a goal, and yet I didn't have any Aston Villa attackers and I didn't have any Arsenal defenders. So if I think Arsenal are going to concede, then surely it makes sense that I go for an Aston Villa attacker. I may as well cover it with the best Aston Villa attacker that there is, and the player who will, you know, is very heavily owned as well, and that is Coutinho. So yeah, there we go. We are on Coutinho instead of Saka. We are now just on 2 Arsenal players, which I think is good because I can't really see Arsenal scoring too many goals in this Aston Villa team. I can't see Arsenal scoring too many goals in many games, to be honest, because Arsenal kind of changed to a bit more of a pragmatic approach as we kind of try and clinch onto top 4, whereby we're not really looking to get the third goal. We're often not even looking to get the second goal, or we often do. But you know, we're not hunting down games and trying to score as many goals as possible. We just want to get the. I think a 2-1 is the score that we're going to see from Arsenal. Arsenal to win 2-1. I can't really see Aston Villa conceding more than 2 goals either. But yeah, or maybe it's even a 1-1. A 1-1 or a 2-1 seems like the most obvious results, I guess. So I don't know. That's why I've gone for that one. That's why I've gone for Coutinho. We've dropped the third Arsenal player. It's not an amazing fixture for Arsenal away against Villa. Yeah, I don't know. So there we go. That's why I've done that one, which is pretty boring, but that's fine. I mean, I've kept the excitement by keeping Martinelli ahead of Saka. So I do want to keep a degree of excitement in this team, and I still think this is an exciting team, and I think this is really important, really. If you are on a free hit, you do have to make sure you've got a few differentials and make the free hit count. You know, this is not going to be a massive scoring game week. There's going to be a lot of template players that a lot of people have. So, you know, I've got to go for players like Pereira, Johnny, Podence, and Martinelli as well. Barnes to a degree, although I think Barnes will be pretty popular come deadline. But I do want to have those just a few differentials in there to see what we can do. So exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. I always do like a free hit. And I think this one has got the right balance of excitement, of spice, and also you know, some safe picks there as well to cover the normal safe players. The only thing that I'm kind of really missing is an Arsenal defender. But if I don't think Arsenal are gonna if I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet, then why would I have an Arsenal defender? There we go. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure you guys are going to have loads of questions today. I'm sure you're going to be really wondering about whether you should take any hits and stuff if you've not got a full team. I'll reiterate what I've been saying a lot this week, to be honest. And if you can get to 8 players, 7 or 8 players, 7 players including Kane, I think that's good enough. I would not go all in on this game week. The kind of players that you'd be bringing in this game week are not players that are really going to be worth a hit long term. You know, you're not going to want to have Wolves players in long term, for example. You're probably already trebled up on Arsenal and Spurs, in which case, fantastic. The only players I'd really be interested in bringing in for a hit, especially for the long term, would be probably Harvey Barnes. So Harvey Barnes would be the only player I really think I'd be happy with doing a hit for, unless you're taking a hit for Harry Kane. So Kane and Barnes would be the 2 players that I'd be most confident about transferring in. I've actually got my game week points wrong. It should be 107, sorry. That was my last game week points, was 107. I forgot to update that. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if I've been taking too many hits. But guys, in today's stream, I'm going to be trying to answer as many questions as physically possible. We're going to do some polls later on in the stream as well. We're going to do some fun polls after the stream ends. We're going to have a little bit of fun, I think, as we await the team news for the the Wolves versus Leeds game, should I say. But yeah, we're gonna answer questions seriously. Then we're gonna have some fun chat. We're gonna talk some rubbish, which is always something I like to do. But that'll be after the deadline. And I promised you a poll after the deadline passes. We're gonna do the poll, the age poll, the great age battle of how old are the FPL Mate viewers? Because you guys wanted it last week, but I said we'll do it this week, and we're gonna find out how old the stream viewers are. Which age group is gonna win? Let's find out a little bit later on. But I can see some questions coming in already. For example, I've seen one, already. Is it worth a -4 for Pedence? Like I kind of just said, I would not really be taking a -4 for any players outside of Kane and Barnes. I think those are the two players I would take a -4 for. Unless, obviously people are going to be in different circumstances, but like, I wouldn't want Wolves players long term, so I don't think I would be even transferring in any Wolves players. I think you'll kind of regret that. Zaki says blackcurrant squash squad. Yes, we have got the blackcurrant squash. I hope you guys have got your blackcurrant squashes ready too, because that's just the way. That's the way of the deadline, is to have a nice, refreshing drink of blackcurrant squash. It needs to be done. Snow says, why the confidence in Pereira over Gabriel? I guess because Pereira has a much more attacking upside if he does play. It's a little bit of a risky one. It's one of my risky punts. I do think that Leicester have a good chance of a clean sheet as well. I know a lot of people are kind of expecting Tony to go out and score a load of goals, but it's going to depend on penalties, really, isn't it? If we're completely honest, I do think, I know people have been kind of critical of Leicester's defence, but they have kind of shown a little bit of promise. I think they've shown not last game against Arsenal, maybe not last night either, but certainly before that was 2 clean sheets in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty good from them. And it seems like Schmeichel is back in a little bit more form, making some saves, and we could even have the return of Johnny Evans today. And if we do get a return of Johnny Evans, that is going to elevate the Leicester defence. I say today, it's tomorrow. No, it's not tomorrow, it's Sunday. On Sunday, if Johnny Evans does come back, it's possible, isn't it? Or Fofana maybe comes back in again, then that's really going to elevate that Leicester defence, I think. So I think that there's some reasons to be excited by the potential of Leicester's defence being back. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Jeremy Baker says, all I have in Tennessee, USA is raspberry lemon, half-ass squash. Oh, that does not sound that good. Moises says, Leicester clean sheet is funny considering the injuries from the Conference League game. Well, I mean, who did they have injured? There was Albrighton and Ndidi. Well, let's see. I think Leicester have got more players coming back than they've got getting injured, certainly in defence anyway. We've got Soyuncu is going to be fine. We've got Justin back, although Justin was probably at fault for the defensive fragilities of Leicester last night, to be honest. A few people were mentioning Ian Nacho in the chat. I mean, if you want Ian Nacho, you can go for him, but I don't, on a free hit, I don't think he's one of the best attackers. I definitely prefer Harvey Barnes. And Ian Nacho will play, by the way, because Daka is not going to play. So Ian Nacho is definitely worth a shout. Would I consider him? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I probably would consider him. But is he better than a Kane? Definitely not. Is he better than Lacazette? Maybe. Is he better than Tony? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Maybe. I don't mind Ian Nacho as a punt at all, to be fair. I mean, maybe I would even go for him over... Would I go for him over Lacazette? Maybe that's punting maybe a little bit too hard on Leicester, potentially there. Someone says... who is it? Ashish says, not able to get Barnes. Any other alternative at 6.3 million? Or less, I suppose. Martinelli looks pretty good. Calvin says, how confident are you about Lacazette over Iheanacho? I'm not that. I'm not going to say I'm super confident about it. I like Lacazette as well, because he's doing everything at the moment. He is passing. He is getting in the right areas in the box. He is a real focal point to this Arsenal team at the moment, it seems. And also he has penalties. So there's a few things that I really like about Lacazette. And I like Arsenal a lot at the moment. And if I'm going to pick a Leicester attacker, it's Harvey Barnes. And that seems pretty obvious to me. Jeremy says, funny thing is, I found some proper blackcurrant squash, but it wasn't Asda. And I didn't have apple, and did not have apple, so I passed it up. Yeah, it's got to be apple and blackcurrant. That is the key. But why would you have? You're in Tennessee. Why would you have an Asda? I think the equivalent is Walmart. Is Asda owned by Walmart? I think they're the same company, but different names depending on the country. Abdullah says, Martinelli was so good against Trent. It was so sad that we lost. It was kind of sad, but yeah, Martinelli was on absolute fire, which is why I'm kind of keen to go for him over Saka. I don't want to. Do I want to triple up on the Arsenal attack with Martinelli, Saka, and Lacazette? Not really, to be honest. So just if I had to choose one midfielder out of Martinelli and Saka, I am leaning towards Martinelli just because he's looking so good at the moment. Sporting Future says Walmart own Asda. Yeah, that's it. They own them. So I don't know if the apple and blackcurrant squash in Walmart is as good as the Asda apple and blackcurrant squash. James says, is Johnny starting? I should think so. I think he will, yeah. I don't know who else is going to start there. Semedo's injured, isn't he? Hover is the only other player that could play at right back for Wolves, and I don't think that's going to happen. Will Podence start 100%? Yeah, he will start. There's just too many absentees in the Wolves attack to not play Podence, and he's like the best. He's like their best attacker at the moment as well. He's looking so good. Like really loves being on the ball, greedy, driving forward. You know, it's everything that we worry about Wolves lacking. Podence has, so I do really like him. Ramsey to Maddison? I don't think so. We spoke about Barnes versus Maddison earlier. I will talk about Barnes versus Maddison again because I do think it is an interesting conversation. But what I will say is that we have had the news, of course, that Daka is not going to be available for this game week. And if Daka's not available, that means Leicester are definitely going to be playing with not definitely, but almost certainly going to be playing with a front three. The front three is going to be Iheanacho is going to be through the middle. He's going to be as a striker, right? On the left, we're probably going to have Barnes, right? There's no one else really who can play there. On the right, on the other hand, we can have either Lookman or Maddison, which does put a little bit of rotation risk on Maddison in that formation. And also the fact that I know ordinarily you would say, oh, Maddison is surely going to play ahead of Lookman, but you know, we would have said that last night, that Maddison would definitely start ahead of Albrighton, but it didn't happen, did it? So it's kind of an interesting point. Is there something wrong with James Maddison at the moment? Because last night was a big game for Leicester, a game that you would have thought that if Maddison was very available, then he would be playing. But I'm kind of suspicious that Maddison might have an underlying problem, some kind of injury problem that means that he's not quite there, not quite ready, not quite fit. And if so, are they going to risk him in a game against Brentford? Probably not. They're going to take the international break. They're going to get Maddison back to full strength, and then they're going to go again after the international break with him. There seems if Maddison is carrying something, some kind of injury, some kind of a knock, then there seems little reason to play him against Brentford. So let's see. Jordan says Lookman plays on left wing, so he can play ahead of Barnes. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Sam Martin just said Justin starts over Pereira. If that is true, then that is very big news indeed. I was waiting for some kind of final news on that one, to be honest. Has that just come out? Let's have a look. Has he actually said that this is confirmed? Because when he was tweeting earlier, he was saying that he's not sure. Oh, it's a prediction. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a prediction. Yeah, look, the reason why I've got Pereira in is because I like his upside a lot. His underlying stats whenever he plays are really, really good. It's a risky one. It is a risky one, but I'm going for it. So there's no confirmation whatsoever that Justin is playing over Pereira. It's a prediction. But what I will say, guys, is that I have Justin right here to cover in case Pereira doesn't play. I don't think that Pereira is going to come off the bench unless he needs to. And I don't know why he would need to, really, to be honest. So yeah, I think we're fine in that regard. Simon Ho with the super chat says, "Hi Dan, Rafinha and Salah out of Barnes and Son." I'm not sure what that means. Are you going to take one of Rafinha out or Salah out? I don't think I'd take Salah out. I don't think there's really much point. It's pretty aggressive. For a game week like this, which is going to be pretty low scoring, I don't really feel like there's much need to be aggressive as taking Salah out when you know you're going to have to bring him back in and you know transfers are going to be so valuable after the international break. They are really going to be valuable. So Salah seems like a player that you'd actually just want to stick around. Rafinha to Barnes is an interesting one. Let's see. I don't really know what's going on with Rafinha at the moment. I really don't. It's kind of interesting. I mean, let's have a look to see what's going on Twitter, because it seems he's injured, he's got COVID, then he's playing, he's travelled with the squad. We don't really know what on earth is going on with Rafinha at the moment. So, oh, here we go. So yeah, a few people are having some concerns about Rafinha, but I would like to see something. It seems like everyone's having some Rafinha problems. As soon as we find out something, guys, and it will be via Twitter, I imagine, we'll find out. This is not an account I trust really at all. So don't worry about that one. But let's see if we can find anything. There's rumours that Rafinha might not be playing. Could be interesting to you guys. I mean, for me, I hope he's not playing. I'm not gonna get him in either way, because it's just on a free hit. It's just not worth the headache. Let's see. Some people saying Rafinha is available. Who knows? There are rumours both ways. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there is one answer. I know a few of you guys probably would love the idea of Rafinha playing. Yes, he's not got COVID. Yes, he's travelling with the squad. But why is there rumours of him not playing that have re-emerged since we found out that? Because since we found out that, there are more rumours saying that Rafinha is not going to be playing. I don't know. It's a roller coaster. We'll keep you updated. Don't you worry. We'll keep you updated over on Twitter. The Lion said meow says, "Why not Jimenez against Leeds, who concede for fun?" Well, I mean, that's exactly why we've got Podence. Jimenez is just not that good. He's not putting up any good stats. He's not looking particularly. He's not taking a particularly large amount of good shots on. He's not creating anything. He's just not looking that good at the moment as an FPL asset, which is a shame. We know with strikers that form breeds form, and Jimenez definitely does not have form on his side. So I don't know. If you have him already, then fine. But would I be captaining him? No. Would I be bringing him in? No. Would I be bringing in any Wolves players? Again, no. I wouldn't be buying any Wolves players. Unless you're on a free hit, I don't think I would be going for any Wolves players at all, because we know that they can potentially blank in 33. So, yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult. A few people have been really questioning Johnny, which I completely understand. I like Johnny a lot. He is a Wolves defender for a start. I think a lot of people have perhaps not heard of Johnny, but those of you guys who have been playing FPL for a couple of seasons will be aware of the fact that Johnny used to be a very good FPL asset. A very, very good. I think it was 4.5 million, and he was playing. It was a really good and really attacking fullback. He still is that player. You know, he gets really far up the pitch. If you've watched Johnny recently, you've noticed that he gets really far up into the opposition's box, which is exactly what we like. Really taking it, and he's an extra attacker. You know, we're talking about taking defenders that are also attackers. Johnny is definitely that. So not only do you get the benefits of a clean sheet from a Wolves player there, but you also get a player who is in Leicester's faces, and if we're Leeds faces, and if we're thinking Leeds are going to concede some goals, I think it would be foolish to expect Leeds to keep a clean sheet. We expect them to concede goals. We've got to think about what kind of players are going to be involved, and certainly from open play, Johnny, of the defenders, I would say is by far the most likely of their defenders from open play to get a goal contribution. You know, whether that's an assist, whether that's a goal, he loves getting up in the box, trying to put in passes, trying to take shots on. It's really good. It's really good. Why people are asking why Doherty over Reguilon? Why? I don't really understand why this is so strange. Jackie Chu in the chat has just made a great point. We've got Johnny and Doherty. This is a real throwback, actually, to the classic Wolves defence of a couple of years ago. But yeah, I don't really see why Doherty versus Reguilon is really a question. Like, Doherty is, to me, quite obviously the better FPL option of the two. Doherty is in such good form. He is playing high up the pitch. He is taking on a lot of shots. He is trying to create a lot. And the difference between Doherty and Reguilon is that Doherty actually has an end product. He actually can shoot. He actually can pass. Reguilon is a difficult one. Even when he does play, even when he does get chances, he misses those chances because he doesn't really have much of an end product, especially compared to a Doherty. There's no surprise that in the top 10k, Reguilon is owned by something like 4% of managers in the top 10k. But Doherty is owned by something like 65% of players in the top 10,000 players. It is a landslide. It's a landslide. Guys, it is so obvious to me that Doherty is a better FPL option than Reguilon right now. And if you just prefer Reguilon, if you disagree, then that is absolutely fine. Go for Reguilon. But I'm very much team Doherty over Reguilon. And it never really was even a question for me. Never even a question. Will Barnes play? Yes, I think Barnes will play. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't. Blue 2 Isle says, why Coutinho over Tony with Eriksen on the pitch? Good luck. Why Coutinho over Tony? Just because Coutinho, I'm mostly just trying to cover him. I do think Arsenal are going to concede against Aston Villa, and I'm trying to figure out, well, who's going to be the most likely player to get a goal contribution, whether that's a goal or an assist. And the answer is Coutinho. So the fact that Coutinho is so highly owned, if Coutinho does something in that Arsenal game, and I think someone from Aston Villa is going to do something in that Arsenal game, I'm going to be in big trouble if I don't have Coutinho in my team. I do think Coutinho is. Look, Tony, people are getting hyped up about Tony, and I understand that. But you've got to remember, is it 3 out of his 5 goals have been penalties? You really are dependent and reliant on penalties. And they've been against some pretty weak teams as well. Like, you know, Burnley and Norwich are arguably 2 of the best fixtures you can have as an attacker right now. And 3 of those were penalties. Now, maybe you would say the same about Leicester, but Leicester are improving. If you take a data set of the last 10 game weeks, then Leicester are crap. Yeah, they can't defend. If you take a sample size of 3 game weeks, 4 game weeks, it's very obvious to me that Leicester are improving defensively. And it's not to say that Tony's a bad pick. I don't think he's a bad pick at all. I've got him in my team. I've got him first on my bench. He's ready to come in should I need him. Is he a very good pick? I don't know about very good pick. He's a good pick. Tony is a good pick, but not a very good pick. Moyank says Pereira is not fit. Are you sure? I literally watched him play last night, and there's been no news since then. So there's no reason to think that Pereira is not fit. He played last night. He's been playing a couple of games recently as well. Anyway, Pereira is my risky move anyway. So look, if he turns out he doesn't play, then it's fine. We've got James Justin on the bench as a backup. Johnny seems a bit risky. I don't know why Johnny would be risky. Why is Johnny risky? Like, he's a Wolves defender. I mean, you can say, oh, he's risky going for Johnny instead of Saiss. They get the same amount of points for a clean sheet, don't they? But Johnny has much more attacking threat from open play. If not, we are guessing who's going to get the headed goal out of... Assuming there is a headed goal from a corner, which I'm not even fully convinced there will be, we're guessing who is that going to be? Is it going to be Kilman, Cody or Saiss? I can't guess that, but what I can guess is that Johnny from open play is going to be the best of the Wolves defenders. So I don't see why it's risky going for Johnny at all. I don't see why there's no risk. He is going to play. There's no reason for him to not play. He's not going to get rotated. Why would he be rotated? There's no reason. There's no reason to not go for Johnny. I don't think he's risky at all, really. Look at Leicester's press conference. Have they had a press conference? Okay. Who would have Fantasy Football Scout put press conference notes up, don't they, as they happen? If there's any press news, but I didn't think we were going to get a press conference from Leicester today. Oh no, here it is. Oh no, I'm getting confused here. Because I did read this because I literally said earlier that Patson Daka is not going to be available, and that Soyuncu was going to be available. Johnny Evans is close to being part of the squad, which would be great for us. Castan should be back soon, but he is not back. Vardy is not quite ready either. And Didi, they don't know. He might be out. He looks like he's going to be out. O'Brighton is out. Ricardo Pereira and Adamola Lukman were guys who put themselves out there last night, even though they weren't 100%. They weren't feeling great. Both those players came into the game and gave their all for the team, so they should still be available. So they are available, but not 100%. I mean, they didn't play a full game, so I don't know. That's a tricky one. I do kind of see your point there about Pereira, but it's like, if he's injured, he's injured. He's not, and he won't play, and I'll just get James Justin to come in instead. I don't know. I just can't. I just want to have a couple of risky, interesting picks in my FPL team for a free hit. And I just feel like the upside for Pereira. I mean, imagine if Pereira plays as a right winger. Can you imagine? But whenever Pereira plays, he is just so attacking. So attacking. Calvin says, so the only players that can hurt your rank now are Saka and Ramsdale, and that is absolutely correct. Those would be the only two players. And Kulusevski as well, but I mean, if I'm honest, everyone's going to be missing one of Kulusevski, Doherty, Son, and Kane. You cannot have all four. So I mean, I'm not so concerned about that. And you know, Saka versus Martinelli directly. Yeah, I prefer Martinelli to Saka. Someone in the chat says Podence versus Neves. Come on. Lassad says Pereira plays 45 minutes, Justin plays 45 minutes. Now that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? That would be a nightmare. What centre-backs do you think will play for Leicester? I think Amati plays. I don't know who else. I don't. Soyuncu's available, but he's just got a mistake in him, hasn't he, at the moment, Soyuncu? I wonder if he's a little bit problematic. People talking about taking a -4 for Podence, I definitely would just not be doing that at all. He's a pun. Like, you've got to remember, I'm doing this as a pun. I've got a couple of super chats to catch up on, so I'm going to do them. So, Mason says, I have Son, but I don't own Kane, and I can't get him unless I sell Salah for a -8. God, is there really no other way? Like, surely there's other ways. Like, you know, even like, I would even do, like, if you had Son and Jimenez, if you have Son and Jimenez to Kane and Barnes probably, then I would do that. That is, if you can only do it with a -8, then you're kind of stuck, to be honest. Like, you don't want to be taking a -8 for this game week. Like, surely there's a way to do it for a -4. It's got to be done. Ash Ketchup says, I can only play 2 of these 3 players, Laka, Rafinha and Barnes. I would play Laka and Barnes and bench Rafinha out of those 3, I think. Just because of these circling Rafinha rumours. It's just not worth the headache, is it? Abdel says, Barnes for Salah for a -4 this week. I do Barnes for Salah for a -4. Probably not, no. Probably not. Because you're going to have to get Salah back in. So, you know, that's 2 transfers for the sake of Barnes for 1 game week. Doesn't seem worth it. We've got another one from Anurag who's showing me the free hit team. The free hit team is Schmeichel, triple Wolves defence. Wow. Martinelli, Son, Barnes, Coutinho in midfield. Iheanacho, Laka and Kane up front. Reguilon, Rafinha on the bench. I was getting a bit bored of FPL, so I just went crazy this game week. Can't blame you. Yeah, go crazy. Why not? Why the devil not? Anyone saying Martinelli could be benched, you're right. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, look, I'm actually, you know, the more I think about it, maybe Pereira is a bit too much risk. He's just such an exciting pick. He really is just an exciting pick, and the kind of excitement you can only really get out of a free hit. The problem is if he comes on for a 1-pointer, which is not what we want. But let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Honestly, to be fair, I don't know who else I'd actually play. Like, who would you bring in? An Arsenal defender? That would be the only way. Or maybe like, maybe. I mean, let's have a little play because I have been tinkering. This is one tinker I considered, and that was to bring back Ramsdale, just to cover that, just to be safe, I guess, and then go for a another Wolves defender, so probably Cody, I guess, and go something like that, and then actually not play any Leicester defenders. But at the same time, I kind of want to play a Leicester defender. It's difficult to pick which one, isn't it? Difficult to pick just one. I mean, you could also nah. Yeah, you could go Schmeichel, couldn't you? And hope he makes a few saves. I don't know. Tempted to stick with my gut on this one. But Pereira is really risky. Really risky. It's good fun though, right? Maybe what we do is we actually just move Gabriel to there, and then at least we can cover a clean sheet for Arsenal. But do we really think Arsenal are going to keep a clean sheet against Aston Villa? I don't think so. Croco Doc says, forgot to click free hit when confirming transfers. I'm dusted. Well, there's good news for you, my friend. You can still go back and do it. You can swap out. Well, just make a random transfer, and then when you reconfirm your transfers again, click the free hit button. It will come back up on your screen. So that's how that would work. Tierney for Pereira. What, and just a straight swap like that? I mean, it would basically look like this, and then we just go no Leicester defenders. But I kind of want a Leicester defender against Brentford. I just want a Leicester defender. I want a Leicester defender more than I want an Arsenal defender. And that's kind of the problem. Or maybe I just don't go double Wolves defence. Maybe that's my answer. Just forget about the double Wolves defence and swap Sarr for Ramsdale straight up. If I'm going for an Arsenal defender, it's gonna be Ramsdale. He is the best Arsenal defender because all of the other Arsenal defenders are too defensive. Even Tierney is too defensive. It's no good. Mason says I can sell Kane. I can get Kane by selling Son and getting a 5.4 midfielder. Have you got Martinelli? Martinelli could be the 5.4 midfielder for you. I think he is 5.4. He's 5.3. There you go. Even better. So there we go. Luke Thomas. Hi. Luke Thomas is too boring. It's too boring. People saying Ramsdale might be out. What is this based? What is this based on? I mean, if there's any, we can have a look at some rumours. The rumour mill on Twitter is always going. Ash Ketchup says, thoughts on Ings as a punt instead of Tony or Laka? No, I don't think so. If I prefer Tony, Lacazette, Kane, and Iheanacho. They're your ones, really. I wouldn't even put Jimenez into the question, let alone Ings. Okay, Ross Raptor. What is he saying? A few whispers going around Arsenal that Ramsdale didn't train today due to a knock he's been carrying. Oh, that is concerning. And you know what? That makes me want to go for Arsenal defenders even less. That would be huge for free hitters, by the way. Huge. Interesting. All right, well, it's just a rumour, so, there's nothing confirmed there. The good thing is about Arsenal is they do have the backup in Leno. Who is a good goalkeeper, actually, isn't he? So, yeah. Okay, based on that rumour alone, I mean, I'm gonna have to... It's not that I have to, but I'm looking for the edge with a free hit, really, and that does give me the edge. That rumour alone gives me an edge. Let's have a look to see if we've got any update on Rafinha. Is anyone talking about Rafinha? Let's find... I don't know what this is. I don't even know. Okay, well, FPL Tips has taken out Rafinha and put in Barnes, so there's some interesting there. I haven't heard anything concrete on Rafinha, but decided to sell anyway, just in case. Similar to Virgil van Dijk move last week, it could backfire. But Barnes is a good pick in his own right and has 3 double game weeks to come. A good option for the end of the season run, hopefully. And I do completely agree with him, to be fair. I do completely agree with that. It's not worth the headache with Rafinha, and you're getting a really good replacement in Barnes. Star rumours? What is going on here? Oh, it's just a joke. So there's no rumours on Sar. So yeah, Sar is looking good. It's all nonsense. Rafinha is fine. Okay. Don't know. I don't know. Someone's saying he doesn't start. Who knows? Who knows? Like, if you don't have Rafinha, don't buy him. That's all I'm gonna say there. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just the rumour mill is going mad, as it often does as we approach deadlines. Varun says, Podence versus Martinelli, thoughts? Keeping Saka on a free hit because of the EO. Oh, yeah, that's completely fair enough. Podence versus Martinelli, that's an interesting question. I like both. I do like both. Podence is more... Actually, they're both pretty aggressive, to be fair. They're both pretty interesting moves. You know what? I would flip a coin on that one, Varun, to be fair. Just choose which one you like. Just choose your favourite. Leeds Radars report that Rafinha is playing. Yeah, that's what we just saw just now. It's on screen, actually. So, yeah, let's see. Worth taking a -4 for Doherty? Yeah, potentially. Potentially, yeah. Depending on who you're taking out. We don't know. Is Ramsdale out? We don't know. We don't know. There's rumours that he's carrying a knock. He didn't train. There is still, we've still got a day until the... Actually, is it even a day? It's less than a day, isn't it? Yeah, it's tight. Like, again, you perhaps, based on that alone, you don't take the risk on a free hit. But if you have Ramsdale, you're not going to transfer him out because you're going to want him long-term either way. Baby Dool says Martinelli played a full 90 and the rest of the attackers got subbed. Will he be benched? The reason why Martinelli played the full 90 was that because he was playing so well and he looked so good. And if Arsenal were going to get back into that game, it would have come from Martinelli. It wouldn't have made any sense. Wouldn't have made any sense to remove Martinelli. So I don't think he played 90 because he's getting benched next game. I think he played 90 because he was at that moment the best attacker that Arsenal had on the pitch. So I think you've got to think about it, just kind of see it that way. Martinelli, by the way, has not been benched since game week 13, I believe. Let's see. Game week 12. No, yeah. Oh, 13 because he came off the bench in the game at 13. Yeah, he's not been benched since game week 13. He has started every single game since, other than the one he was suspended for due to yellow cards. No, it was 2 yellow cards and made a red card, which happened in that Wolves game. So that is the only game he has missed, and it's because of suspension. Super nailed on at the moment, right? Super nailed on. You guys are tempting with me with Iheanacho. I am really tempted by Iheanacho. Do I prefer him to Lacazette though? I mean, maybe I do. Genuinely, maybe I do. But then it would leave me with just one Arsenal attacker. Would I be happy with one Arsenal attacker? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. Chucky says, I feel Saka is going to be benched more likely. Yeah, I genuinely do believe that Odegaard or Saka are more likely to be benched than Martinelli. And I'm not saying that Saka is going to be benched. I think he's got a better chance of being benched than Martinelli, though. Because Martinelli's just playing better at the moment. Let's have another tinker. Let's have another little tinkery-winkery. Take out Lacazette, he's been so consistent. Let's have a look at Iheanacho. We obviously will have to take out Justin, I guess. Although, to be fair, probably more likely to take out Pereira because it's a bit safer to do it that way, isn't it? And then would we go then for Saka just so we have another Arsenal attacker? Or do I want to go into this game with Not really. I want another Arsenal player. I can't go into this game with just one Arsenal player. That would be crazy. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where would you go here? Would you take out Coutinho for Saka? Maybe? And just go with my original instinct of not playing Saka. Not playing Coutinho, sorry. Double Arsenal defence that way. There would have no Aston Villa cover whatsoever. I mean, in a way, they're as risky as each other. Saka and Coutinho, because they're both super high owned. I mean, Saka is more highly owned, to be fair, isn't he? But would something like that look good? Don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You need at least 2 Arsenal, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I think we should have 2 Arsenal players in the starting lineup. It's difficult to kind of decide which 2, though. I mean, maybe we would just forget about Saka. Let's put Coutinho back in for now. And actually, we pick some safe bench options. So let's just go for, like, Matty Cash. And maybe Justin, if we consider him a safe player? Don't know. Not really. Okay, well, let's just... it doesn't matter. I'm just going to make the transfers because I've got like so much budget anyway that it doesn't even matter about price changes and stuff like that. And then we do like something like that. And then we'd still have 2 Arsenal players, but one would be a defender. So that is potential because I don't know. I'm warming to the idea of Iheanacho. I am warming to it. Maybe we go Thomas instead of Justin as well there. Don't know. What do you guys think? Sahil says Laka is a must. Is he a must? I don't know if he's a must. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I really like him for this game week. But I don't think he's a must necessarily. I would be very annoyed if Lacazette did well and I didn't have him in my team. Very annoyed. Tierney for Gabriel. I don't see why. Gabriel's got more chance of getting a goal than Tierney has of getting an assist, I would say, at this point. HB says Rafinha has a COVID, but he's going to play in a hazmat suit. Imagine. Lacazette on pens, though. Yeah, that is a factor. It's a big factor. Lacazette for Tony. So we reckon Tony instead of Iheanacho and do something like that. And just forget about the Leicester defence and go all in on Tony. Iheanacho on the bench. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. 3 up front. No, I don't think I'm going to go 3 up front just because I like I just like my I like my midfielders too much this game week. There's too many midfielders that I want. I mean, yeah, Copite, it says just play the 0-6-4 formation. I would love that. I would love that. That would be really good. I'm not dropping Podence. I like Podence. He's staying in. Cedric is playing the most forward for Arsenal defenders. I know. That's the worry. That is the worry. You know what? I don't mind I don't mind the look of this team. I don't mind the look of this team. But I feel like I need to commit. What are we saying? We're going to say are we going to say that Leicester are going to keep a clean sheet, or is Tony going to score? And that's basically the question, isn't it? And I think Leicester will possibly keep a clean sheet. So again, I still want my Leicester defender. Saka's EO is really worrying. Yeah, and I do agree with that. But I want to take some risks. Yeah. Shall I just... I'm going to change it back to what I had. I mean, we've only got 18 minutes till deadline. I'm going to change back to what I had. We're going to do some okie cokies. Maybe I don't even put Tony on the bench. No, I've got to have Tony on the bench. Lacazette, though, man. Lacazette, come on. Oh, now I'm kind of considering playing Gabriel. It's the final 15 minutes madness that you get when you have unlimited. I have too many choices. I don't know what one to make. Maybe we're gonna forget about Pereira. I'm really worried about Pereira's minutes. He's an interesting player to pick. Let's leave Justin in. And should we play Gabriel instead? Is that the right move? I don't think Arsenal are going to keep a clean sheet, but Gabriel could score from a corner. In which case, absolute scenes. I'm going absolutely mad. Yeah, I am a little bit worried about Pereira, though. I think maybe that's a little bit too risky. So maybe we go there. And then go Gabriel, Martinelli, Lacazette as my 3 Arsenal players. We could even go Iheanacho over Tony on the bench, but I think I'm going to keep Tony. Calvin says you said we don't have many choices this game week. Well, if you're on a free hit, you have loads of choices in midfield. You've got to pick the best of the worst in defence. And then in attack, there's not so much. There's only 4 attackers. Of the 4 forwards I really like, and that's Lacazette, Kane, Tony, and Iheanacho. I don't really like Jimenez. I don't really like anyone else, really. Yeah. Not really feeling it. Kasper Schmeichel. Nah, I'm going to stick with Sarr as my goalkeeper. I just like him. Ottawa says Iheanacho is not in any sort of form. Yeah, I mean that is the big reason why I was not really considering him in the first place. But then when I found out it was nailed on, it's kind of like tempting, isn't it? Why not a Marty safe bet on the Leicester defence? He doesn't. Yeah, but that's about it, isn't it? He doesn't have any attacking threat. Probably not going to get bonus points. Nav says Maddison versus Coutinho, trying to go slightly differential. If you're going to try to go differential, then Maddison is your answer. But if you're trying to cover, then Coutinho is the one, right? I like Johnny as a pick, but honestly, I'd go Pereira, says Mikey. Yeah, I like Pereira as a differential pick. Should we just go back to our original team? Should we bring back Pereira for the laughs? And maybe that. Put Gabriel instead in like a first defensive sub, and then we'll just let fate decide who we're going to go for. Is Pereira going to be on the bench, or is he going to come on for a 1 minute, or is he going to absolutely blow Brentford out the park, or is Gabriel going to come on and do that instead? And we won't cover the Leicester defence with another defender. We're just going to let fate decide what defender that we're going to have. That's a pretty fun idea, to be fair. What do you reckon, guys? That's looking pretty good. Osama says you can remove one Wolves defender or do a vote. I don't really. I want to double up. I want to stick with the double Wolves defence. There's just one real defender that I don't want to pick. I don't know who I'm going to pick, and that's the Pereira slot. That's the only one that I've kind of got in consideration. I like the rest of the defence here, to be honest. Sa, Doherty, and Johnny I like as a 3. So yeah, it really is just Pereira versus a Gabriel versus a Justin versus a Thomas. Probably a bit too boring. I don't know. These 50-50s will kind of decide. FPL Aiden in the chat says rafinha fit, Ramsdale out. Wow, this is kind of interesting. People really still confused about Johnny. He's a really good player. Go watch some clips of Johnny Otto. People just don't know about him because he's not played all season. But he's back now. He's playing instead of Semedo because Semedo's injured. And Johnny is coincidentally at about the same time became fit and available. Guys, Johnny is a very good defender. What a good defender? He's a good attacker, really. He's a good FPL asset, is what I'm trying to say. He's a good defender pick for FPL. Play Justin or Cash. I guess I'd lean towards Justin. Wolves leaks. I don't know if we've got any Wolves leaks. Fofana, I don't know 100% if he's going to play or not. Because he's only just coming back from injury. I don't know if they're going to want to play him twice in a row. Why not go Luke Thomas? Because Luke Thomas doesn't really carry much attacking threat at all. Is Rafinha playing? It looks like Rafinha is going to be playing, yeah. Or at least he's definitely available. Let's see. Saka or Martinelli? I've gone for Martinelli. But that's not to say that that's the right answer. Schmeichel is the best LCFC defender? Possibly. So yeah, that is my other option, to just go Schmeichel in defence. Well, in goal, should I say. And, I mean, yeah, and then go for like a second Wolves defender instead of Pereira. That is an option. Yeah. I don't know. Who's going to make more saves? Probably Sa. Who takes more shots? Leeds or Brentford? Leeds take more shots. Brentford take hardly any shots. They only score when they got penalties. Aït-Nouri or Marçal? I think Aït-Nouri is going to be playing, but we don't know for sure. Are we convinced by Ramsdale out? No, we're not convinced. If you're on a free hit, I wouldn't play Ramsdale based on that information. Is Johnny 100% starting? Nothing's ever 100%, but I would say it's pretty. I'm pretty confident. Barnes or Maddison? I prefer Barnes. Does Iheanacho take penalties? No, he does not. It'll be Yuri Tillemans who will take the penalties. Ashwin in the chat said Yuri Tillemans is as a differential. Yeah, he would be an interesting differential for sure. If they got a penalty, then Tillemans would be taking that penalty. Best Leicester defender Pereira. I don't know if it's the best one, but what I will say is Pereira is definitely the most fun Leicester defender. He's the most fun Leicester defender. So we'll say that. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I don't actually want Gabriel. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm going back to what I had originally, which was Justin. Unless we just go Luke Thomas for super safety. Nah, boring. Let's go Justin. Because the only way that Justin doesn't play is if Pereira plays. Surely. Yeah. This is what the team I started with the stream on. This is the team I'm gonna end the stream on. Like, I'm not gonna let any craziness get in my way. Johnny has poor stats. Are you sure? Are you sure Johnny has poor stats? Or are you just kind of looking at the fact that he's only played 3 games in the last 5? Or if you're taking stats from the last 5, then yeah, Johnny's not played as many games as Sice or Cody or anyone like that. Just watch Johnny. Just watch his positioning. Look, this is good. I like it when people doubt players that I'm confident in. Because I am confident in Johnny. I am confident in Podence as well. I like it when people doubt these players because it's like a lot of people are just going to be too scared to go for these players. And it's what makes FPL so fun, to try and identify those players that not a lot of other people are really confident in and people are worried about. And you have if you have the guts to go for some players, when they come off, it feels really good. It's what makes FPL so fun. Ben Story says, hi mate, I have Digne. Would you transfer him out for Thomas or just roll and have 2 free transfers Gameweek 31? I have 10 current playing players, by the way. No, I would roll, Ben. I think you're in a really good position to not need a chip, have 10 players, save your transfer, because those transfers are going to be really valuable after the international break, that's for sure. Moises says, Sarr and Tierney or Johnny and Martinez? Oh no, you don't want Martinez. Arsenal are going to score for sure. So I guess on that basis you go Sarr and Tierney, but I still prefer Gabriel to Tierney because Tierney is just not attacking at all. People still worried about Saka. Again, if you want to be worried about me not having Saka, then you'd be worried. Just make sure you got Saka in your team. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Gabriel Bond says, mate, you are the king of punts. You've gotten me random hauls from Benteke and Kamara this season. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. We love a punt on this channel. Like, this is not going to be this. Like, I'm not going to change my playstyle and start picking some boring players. I like a punt. We've got Pereira, we've got Johnny, we've got Podence, we've got Harvey Barnes, we've got Martinelli. These are the punts that will be make and break for me. And surely some of these punts come off good, like really good. I'm excited. I'm excited for these players. Are we locked in yet? Says AZR. AZR, you've been asking me if I'm locked in for so many times now. I'm wondering if you're just copying my free hit team. Copy my free hit team at your own peril, by the way, guys, because you guys know that I like a risk. This is a risky, there's a decent amount of risk in this free hit team. So copy it at your own peril. Do not blame me when it goes wrong, because it very well could go wrong. Simon Ho says, hi Dan, Jimenez or Iheanacho? Thanks. I think for this game week, I prefer Iheanacho. And to be fair, going forward, I'd probably... No, actually, I don't know. Maybe not going forward. For this game week, I prefer Iheanacho to Jimenez. Jimenez is just not in any sort of form. He's just not looking too good. And when you're not looking very attacking in a not very attacking Wolves team, then, you know, we are really... we really are scraping the barrel here, aren't we? And I just don't think Jimenez... I know people kind of... And this is what I'm saying. Like, people default to players like Jimenez. They default to players like Maddison. They default to players like Saiss or Cody. People will not think... They will not look at the research. They will not... You know, they won't look at recent stats. They won't watch recent games. And they'll just say, you know, well, Jimenez, he's... People pick Jimenez in FPL, don't they? People pick Maddison in FPL. People pick Cody and Saiss. And people just default and go for them players. Whereas if we really do a deep dive and kind of look at the stats in recent games in terms of, you know, expected goals and expected assists, Podence has been absolutely dominating Jimenez over the last few games. Johnny, maybe his stats aren't amazing, but I think he's got something like the most amount of penalty area touches of any Wolves player in the last game. It was insane. It really is that situation. Husna says, stop copying Dan's team. I know, I completely agree. Don't copy my team. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see. We'll see how this goes up. But, you know, what's great about, like, doing this stuff on YouTube is that we could take punts, and if it doesn't work out, at least it's entertaining. And if it does work out, it's even more entertaining. Which is why I've been trying to just play my own game a little bit this season and go for some differentials at various points in the season. Go for slightly different chip strategies. Because I want to do things on my own without kind of looking at what other people are doing. But aside from that, I really just... FPL is fun. It's fun. Calvin says, now don't overdo it so it comes back to bite you in the bum. Confidence is good, not overconfidence. I am not overconfident. I'm definitely not overconfident. I'm excited, not confident. Don't conflate my excitement for confidence, because it is not confidence. The lack of confidence is what makes it so exciting, you know? Next best captain after Kane, Martinelli, Barnes. Maybe Barnes. I kind of like Barnes. We've only got a few more minutes, guys. So if you are considering a free hit, it is kind of too late. Unless you're whipping together one really quickly. Again, I'll reiterate. If you've got 7 players, including Kane, I think you're good. I think you're good to go. You're only going to need 7 players, including Harry Kane captain. I think you are going to be... very, very happy. Guys, honestly, make sure you are doing your transfers like yesterday, like now. Joseph says, let's switch to Twitter for the last minute news. I completely agree. Yeah, let's see if we've got some any last minute news. Salah, I don't think there's really anything too crazy going on. I can't see any team news here on my timeline. I don't know if you guys got anything else. The only things we'd be really interested to know right now is, I guess, Rafinha or and Ramsdale. We don't really know the situation. We think Ramsdale is less likely to play. Rafinha looks good to go. I think you're going to be fine on him. Let's find out. I would just, if you've got Rafinha, keep him. If you don't have him, don't buy him. I think that's probably the right move at this point, right? Yeah, yeah, I don't think we've got anything else in terms of news. I mean, what else would I be hoping for, really? Personally, I guess just kind of Leeds versus Wolves players or any early team news, but I don't think that's going to happen. No shouts on Kulusevski. No, Kulusevski is a great pick, an absolutely fantastic pick, but I just don't think you can't have them all. I prefer Son to Kulusevski, and I prefer Doherty to all of the other defenders. So it's hard to get Kulusevski in. It really is. But yeah, guys, we are so close to the deadline. Like, this is going to be my final free hit team, I believe. I mean, not really got much time to change it. I think we're good to go. I think I'm going to stick with this one. I'm pretty happy. The only players that I'm worried about is Ramsdale, who seems like he might not even play. So that's kind of cleared that worry up. And Saka. And if I'm choosing a direct, effective ownership aside, if I'm talking about Martinelli versus Saka, prefer Martinelli. So let's see. The deadline is about to pass. Oh my word! Oh my god! It's happening. It's happening. The deadline's about to pass. I'm going to be logged in. Let's just refresh the page just to make sure that everything is looking normal. Everything is definitely got Captain Kane. Definitely got Harvey Barnes vice captain. We've got everyone in the right order. Justin Pereira's playing. That's going to be an exciting one. Does that look right? Yeah, it does look right. Everything is fine. Everything is beautiful. Everything is saved. Everything is saved. It's going to be a fun game week, guys. That is it. The deadline has passed. We are locked in. There we go. The free hit team is set for me. Hopefully you guys have locked in your transfers and your captains. Hopefully you've all got Kane captain. If you don't have Kane captain this week, I think that's the biggest worry of anything. That is that is number one concern for anyone. Is do you have Kane captain or not? Like, I feel sorry for people who don't. Like that would be the real player I'd be worried about not covering. But there we go. We're locked in. That's the final. My second of the 2 free hits is in. I've got one chip left now. Just the bench boost to go. That's gonna come into play in game week 36. And let's see how many points I can gain from this free hit. Hopefully quite a lot. It'd be interesting to see what my non-free hit team gets. I don't think my non-free hit team is going to get more than like 20 points. So the bar is pretty low, if I'm honest. But I don't know. I think this team could easily get kind of 50 points, maybe 60. If the punts come off, we could be really, really laughing. I mean, what is the ownership on some of these players? Johnny, 0.5. Pereira, 3. Martinelli, 5. That's actually gone up a little bit. Podence, 1.1. Barnes, 7. Okay, that's a little bit higher. But yeah, there's some really punty players in here. It's going to be good fun. That's going to be really good fun. But there we go. There we go. Right, I guess we are going to stay on stream. We're going to stay on stream until we get the team news. We're going to get the final Rafinha news. Oh my word. Like, how you guys feeling about that one? Are you guys feeling nervous, excited? Where's Gabriel? I swear I was supposed to have Gabriel there instead of Matty Cash. Well, apparently I don't. Oh well. Yeah, Cash was meant to be Gabriel, but it doesn't matter. He's last on my bench anyway. That's the only. That's a big mistake. That's a huge mistake. I don't know how I'm going to recover from that mistake. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. Viewers count increasing now. I doubt it. People disappear after the deadline. I guess maybe people are waiting for the Rafinha news. That could be pretty interesting, to be fair. We are going to stay all the way till the teams. But yeah, okay, guys, let's talk some rubbish. Let's talk some random whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about whatever you want for half an hour. I said I was going to do a poll, and I meant it. So let's do a poll. The promised poll. How do I do this? Oh, here we are. How old are you? Well, okay. Yeah, how old are you? Sounds like a really like kind of a pervy question, but that is how I'm going to word it anyway. Who cares? So how should we do it? So should we do under 18s? We'll do 18 to 25, 26 to how I don't know how big to make the age ranges. Let's make them like, should we make them fairly arbitrary? 18 to 29. That seems like a pretty big range. 30. No, because I don't even think that people are going to be that old. Like, how many of you guys, honestly, I don't think that many of you in the chat are going to be over the age of like 50. Like, a few of you will be over the age of 50, but it seems a little bit silly. Let's group everyone above the age of 36 together, I think. So we're going to do a poll, guys. Because of chat lag, it's probably already going to be in the chat by the time I say this, but the options are under 18, 18 to 25, 26 to 35, and 36 plus. Let's see what category the stream viewers fit into. Let's ask the community. There we go. Right, we're going to do in our as a celebration of Cheltenham, we are going to do it in a horse race commentary type as we look at the poll results. Guys, we need to get to 1,000 votes, absolute minimum. So under 18s are 60%, 18 to 25 is gone into the lead with 38%, 26 to 35 at 33%, and 36 plus very, very low, only 12%. But I do think there could be some competition between the under 18s and the 36 pluses. Let's see who's going to win out of those two, the oldies or the youngies. The oldies, the 36 pluses, have gone into the lead ahead of the under 18s at 13%. We've now got an even spread, under 18s and 36 and above, both at 12% right now. 40% on 18 to 25 year olds, 18 to 25 year olds, smashing it out of the park, really leading the way there. But there could be a little resurgence from the 26 to 35s. We have seen that the 26 to 35s are on 36%, so they're just 4% behind the 18 to 25 year olds. But we are still seeing the under 18s and the 36 pluses way behind. 18 to 25 and 26 to 35 seem to be the overwhelming majority of the FPL Mate YouTube channel live stream viewers. We need to get this to 1,000 votes before we lock in before we decide a winner. But it does look like the 18 to 25 mans are gonna be the winners. Come on, 18 to 25s, you could do this. But can the 26 to 35? I mean, 26 to 35 is a pretty broad age range, and that's probably the most common age of an FPL player, you would say, in theory. We have seen the 36 pluses now have got an extra percentage, so the under 18s are now down at 12%. 36 pluses up to 13%, so there is you might have a slight winner here. We've got 18 to 25s dropping now. 26 to 35s, they are going up. They're on 37 points. Oh my god, 37%. We've got 710 votes at the moment, guys. Can we get some more votes in the chat? We need to find out who is oldest. Who is the oldest? The 36 pluses, they're the oldest. What am I talking about? It doesn't even matter. Under 18s, they are losing. They are losing this battle. The 36 pluses are smashing the under 18s out the park at the moment. I really do think the under 18s are going to lose this. Guys, if you are watching this stream and you haven't voted yet and you are under 18, you need to get your vote in right now because you guys are losers right now. 18 to 25 still leading the way, but there is only 2% between the 18 to 25s and the 26 to 35s. I do think there's still a good chance of the 26 to 35s winning. If you are between the age of 26 and 35 and you are listening / watching to this stream right now, oh my word, you guys need to vote right now. We need to see who the final winners are. We are 844 votes now. Come on, we've got 156 more votes before we lock in the situation. We need to find out who is going to win. Oh, 36 plus is now up to 14%. This is getting interesting. Under 18s, you are really letting yourself down. There is just not enough of you. Oh my word. There is now just 1%. There is just 1% between the 18 to 25s and the 26 to 35s. There could be a real late winner here. We're up to 900 votes at the moment. 100 more votes. If 100 people are listening to this and they haven't voted yet, and you are of the age of 26 to 35, you have a real chance of winning right now. Under 18s, you guys suck. I'm sorry. And over 36, you guys suck as well. It's all about the 18 to 35-year-olds, really. They are absolutely dominating right now. But it does look like the 18 to 25 are taking an extra point lead at 38%, 26 to 35 at 36%. 18 to 25 now to 30 and 39%. So, yeah, they are absolutely smashing it. It seems like it's going the other way now. We thought the 26 to 35s could catch up. It doesn't look like that's going to happen now. Under 18s, can you catch up with 36 pluses? I don't think so anymore. The 18 to 25 do seem like they've got this lead tucked in the bag. 981 votes, just a few more votes until we lock in the final results. How old are you? Are you what age are you? I want to know. I don't want to know you specifically. I want to know the data in general. That's what makes things interesting. 38% for the 18 to 25s, 36% for the 26 to 35s. The 36 pluses are up to 15. Under 18s down to 11. Let's find out. 18 to 25 at 38%. Oh my word! I'm gonna have to end the poll. I'm gonna have to end the poll. The final results are in the chat. 18 to 25s win with 38% of you guys falling into that demographic. By the way, 18 to 25-year-olds, it is a Friday evening. Go outside. Go outside. You are 18 to 25. You should be going out. You should be at the pub or something. 26 to 35s, similar. But, you know, maybe you're settled a little bit more settled down by that point. Maybe you got a kid or two. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe you're married and your wife/husband will not let you out the house. You are just locked in. You are locked in your own house. And we've got the 36 pluses, 14%. I didn't think there would be many people, to be fair, above the age of 36. Because usually with polls, you'd set the highest one would be a little bit higher than that. But I thought you'd have no chance, 36 pluses, if I put you any higher than 36. If I put you at 40 or older, like, I can't imagine too many people 40 or older are watching this. I imagine that if you're over 40, I imagine you find me really annoying. I'm surprised that 36 pluses watch me. I would find me annoying if I was of that age. And under 18s, you got 10% of the votes. But how did you vote? You guys aren't even allowed to vote. So how did you guys vote? So technically under 18s got 0% because your votes are not valid because under 18s are not allowed to vote. So... no, but 10% for the under 18s. There's a few under 18s there as well. So, yeah. Kids getting involved in FPL. It's interesting. Like, I like it. You know, we don't really expect too many, like, younger people to be playing FPL. But it's great to see that more and more young people are getting involved in FPL. It really is. A few people, like, we got some people in their 40s and 50s. Honestly, I'm surprised. I would have thought that people of that age. I mean, I am really generalizing here, by the way, really generalizing. So you will have to you'll have to excuse me, but I would have thought that if you were of a certain age, I would probably come across as quite an annoying person, which I completely understand because I know I am quite energetic on these streams and in my videos and stuff. And I think I would probably I'd be a little bit too much, maybe. And you maybe prefer to watch. I probably like Let's Talk FPL is a little bit more chilled out. So, but I mean, if you're up for sticking around the FPL Mate shores, then you are more than welcome. Chris Sayer says not exactly a mad difference between 36 and 40, by the way. Oh no, absolutely not. No, of course not. But I mean, like, honestly, like, do I have any friends who are 30 or older? One, I think. One. I can't see him. I mean, could I see him watching this? No, not. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, there we go. Calvin Fernandez says, please consider Formula 1 commentary as an alternate career option, mate. I don't think that. I don't think I'm quite cut out for that. Fady Sensei says, Dan, Reed, you should watch matches on stream with us and commentate the football matches. You would bang that. Yeah, maybe. I think I would be okay at doing some kind of watch along streams. I don't know. I don't know if I'd do them on this YouTube channel. I was thinking about starting up a Twitch channel and streaming the games over there. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Rohan says, you'll be 30 or older in 5 years, mate. Yeah, well, yeah, a bit less than that, actually. The constant aquarist says, I'm 48 and I like your intro jingle. Maybe that's the seller. Maybe that's the seller. Brett Holland says down to personality types more than age. And yeah, I completely agree with that, because I think my personality type is probably a little bit younger than I actually am. And you know, if you are like a more energetic person, I don't know, not energetic, is that the right word? Like, I like to get really excited about FPL. Like, I get really hyped up about it. And everything is in extremes. And I know from, you know, talking on like people on Twitter, and because a lot of the Twitter FPL community are a lot older than the YouTube FPL community, and a lot of people on Twitter just and they've told me in real life as well, and when I go to meetups and stuff, I'm just literally just not for them. Like, I don't offer them anything, which is fine. We all have our audiences, right? And I think we are here for the hypesters. The hypesters. That's what we're here. Maybe we should rename the YouTube channel FPL Hype. Anurag says, this reminds, I know you have a big Twitter following, but would love a blind reaction to Match of the Day, not knowing the results. That would be really fun FPL wise. It would, yeah. I would be interested in doing that. I would be interested in, yeah, who was it who did that before? Was it FPL Black Box? Did they do a Match of the Day reaction thing that went down really well? Yeah. It's difficult because I'm always on Twitter and I'm always talking to my friends who are always talking about football. It's really yeah, I don't think Match of the Day challenge is going to work. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, watch along streams I'm definitely up for. I think we will do some more of those. We'll definitely do some more of those. I mean, I'm not going to be able to set something up ready for tonight, but maybe in the future. Rahul says, how long is Trent out for? I'm not actually sure. We don't know. It's a hamstring problem, so that's what's the usual rule of thumb is 2 weeks. But there's no point in worrying about that now. We were at the international break. Liverpool is the early kickoff actually in Gameweek 31, so we should know if Trent is going to play or not by deadline, Gameweek 21 deadline, I guess. Nikolai McPherson says, mate, playing Apex, watching anime and football is such a weird mix. Surprised me that you do the exact same thing. It is a weird mix, actually. You know, like finding people who like anime and football, that is so rare in itself. But, you know, I'm a bit of a nerd, I guess. I love Apex Legends, like, a lot. Simon says, I'm 50 and feel at home here. Good, I'm so glad. Maggie says, I'm 55 and your happy disposition is a joy to watch. I'm so glad. Honestly, I am so glad. Like, I do worry that some people might find me annoying sometimes, but if you're happy to watch, I'm happy to produce. I don't know if that's the right word. Denim Reggie says, bro, I captained Bamford. Nice. Nice. I mean, it's going to go terribly. Don't get me wrong, but nice. I appreciate your balls, basically. Mr. Gary Glimmer says, I'm 54 and I watch to see Mrs. FPL Mate. Oh, yeah. Okay. Rohan says, which anime, Dan? Top 5? Okay, I'm very briefly on anime because I don't want to. I know a lot of people hate anime who like football, so we're not gonna go there. Top 5 anime: Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Code Geass. After that, there's kind of different ones. Maybe Death Note, Naruto, I guess. Just because it was just a classic. One more. What else do I like? Maybe Attack on Titan. It's like an obvious choice, isn't it? I've chosen some pretty obvious choices in there. Right. Let's say something. Someone says, "What I rank you on Apex?" I'm diamond. No, I'm not diamond. I'm platinum at the moment, but I usually finish in diamond. I really want to push to masters. I usually play solo or with one other person, so it's really hard to push for masters because I'm not good enough to do masters on my own, really. Maybe I need to try and connect with some more FPL playing Apex players. Oh, Evangelion, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I put Neon Genesis Evangelion in the top 5 as well. Right, I actually need to remember to do this. I keep forgetting to do this. Guys, I'm gonna give away some tickets to Fantasy Football Fest, and we're gonna do it right now. Or no, we're gonna what is it? Fantasy. I'm just gonna Google it. I'm gonna give away some, because I've got some spare tickets basically, and I thought I could either return them, exchange them for money, because I bought some with the maybe give away or to maybe give to some of my friends. My friends don't want to go. So basically, I thought I may as well, rather than get a return or a refund on them, I'll just give them to you guys. So I think I have like 4 to give away. 4. So if you guys are interested in attending attending Fantasy Football Fest, which is on Friday the 22nd of April, it's in London. I can't remember the exact address. Let's find out the address. Here it is. 26 Leek Street. It's that's where they hosted it last time. It's pretty cool venue, to be fair. I went to the last one. So yeah, if you're in the UK or you want to come to the UK and attend this event, the tickets are, I can't remember what they are. I think they're like £20 each. And they come with a free drink as well, which is something pretty decent. Pretty decent if you've been to London before and tried to get a drink, that's probably £20 worth of value in itself. So yeah, but basically it's a really good event. There'll be fantasy football people up on the stage, like people you will know, Gianni Batice, who else? Fantasy football scout Mark Subbins. Who else? Who they have the host person? Who's the host person? The lady. She's really good. I can't remember what her name is though. Is it Kelly? Yeah, she'll be there hosting, I believe. There might be the other chap might be there as well. I can't remember anyone's names here. I'm really struggling. But basically, there'll be loads of all of your favorite fantasy football creators will all be there. I can't pay for your travel, unfortunately. And that would get pretty complicated. But if you can get to London on the 22nd of 22nd of April, so in a month's time, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to send you a ticket or anything like that. The tickets are in my name. So what would have to happen is you guys will meet me at the front door, and you guys can just come in. You guys can just you can just come in for free and get your free drink and this, that, and the other, and we can have a chat. You can meet all of these other FPL creators that will all be there. FPL family Sam, she'll be there, I imagine. These are pictures from the last event. I imagine all similar names will be there again. FPL Focal, I believe, is going. FPL Raptor, Ross, he'll be going. FPL Harry, he'll be going. There'll be loads and loads of names. All the kind of people. I don't think Let's Talk FPL will be there because he doesn't live in England. So I don't know. I doubt he'll be coming, but you never know. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on Twitter. I'm going to do it on my phone, actually. I'm going to put it on Twitter. And basically, there's no competition or anything like that. I just want to make sure that, if you really want to, I just want to give the tickets away to people who actually just really want to come and can come. And there's another reason why I'm not going to send you the tickets, because I don't want them resold. I just want them to go to people who actually really want to come, who are available and around on London on the 22nd of April on Friday. I believe it starts at 4 o'clock. You guys can just meet me there. And I'll give you the tickets. But yeah, sorry for anyone who's not in England or can't get over. Obviously that's pretty difficult. But let me put our tweet. Actually, I'll put our tweet out after the stream. So basically, guys, if you haven't got a Twitter account, if you wouldn't mind making a Twitter account, I mean, I am giving them away for free, so making a Twitter account is not too much effort, I'm sure. But I will. I'll put a tweet out later because I don't want to spend too much time just typing now because I want to put out a good tweet. Yeah, just make sure you follow me on Twitter and keep an eye on my Twitter page. And I'll, no competition. I'll just put out a tweet saying exactly what's happening because I want to give people on Twitter a chance to get the tickets as well. People who aren't here necessarily might want a chance to have the tickets. I just want them to go to people who actually just really want to go and who aren't going to resell them and who can meet. How to contact you when people get there? What I'll do is I'll just see who wants to go, and then I'll randomize it. I'll randomize it, and just whoever wins, I'll just DM and on Twitter. So I'll DM you on Twitter, and we can have a chat there, and I can meet you there. So yeah, I don't want to talk about this too much because I know this is only interesting to a very select amount of people, but yeah, I'll post something on Twitter within the next hour after the stream, and if you're interested, just reply to the tweet and say, yes, I'd like to go. I don't know, maybe give a reason why you'd like to go or something like that. I don't know. But I don't want to do a competition or anything like that because I think those are kind of predatory. And it's not going to be a retweet to enter. Nah, there'll be none of that. There'll be none of that. But there we go. Keep an eye on my Twitter feed. You want to follow me? It's at FPL Mate. If you're not on Twitter, if you wouldn't mind making a Twitter account, that would just be the easiest thing for me to try and give away these tickets and continue to contact you. So guys, a few people in the chat saying Rafinha is out. Rafinha is not starting. Is he not starting or is he not in the squad? Let's have a look on our timeline. The official teams are not out yet. But I don't really... Is this oh, I see what they've done here. Okay, so this Team News and Ticks, this is a good account for Team News, really good account for Team News. They voted no on this poll from FPL Harry and posted a picture of them voting no on the poll. So they've not explicitly said that Rafinha's not playing. Don't know, that looks like that. Damn. Give that a like. Yeah, that seriously suggests that Rafinha is not starting. Let's see what happens. I mean, we'll get the confirmation in 4 minutes time, right? But it does look like Rafinha's going to be out. Like, how many of you guys does that affect? Do you guys got Rafinha? Did anyone sell him? Don't know. I mean, if Rafinha, oh my God, if Rafinha is out and then Ramsdale is also out tomorrow, that is going to be problematic. Rohan says last minute transfer to Kulu. Fair enough. Daniel Valentine says Rafinha down Cinnabar in Stevenage. I have not been to Cinnabar in a long time. How do people know about Cinnabar in Stevenage? But yeah, it does look like Rafinha's going to be out. Yeah, honestly, I'm telling you, if Rafinha's out and Ramsdale's out, that's two big players, and then all it's going to take is like Saka to be benched, and then suddenly it's going to be a real disaster game week, to be honest. Jeremy says 8 hours ago Leeds tweeted a picture of Rafinha, so I'm still hopeful. That's completely fair enough. I mean, it could happen. Like, you never know, do you? Let's just go on the Leeds, because we're going to get final news on the Leeds United Twitter page, because they post it bang on 7, don't they? So 7 UK time. Yeah, could be interesting. Wolves clean sheet locked. I mean, it helps. It helps. Rahul says, why would Ramsdale be out? Apparently he's carrying a knock at the moment. It wasn't training today. I'm far from confirming that as Ramsdale out, but you can see it as being very, very possible. Jarvis Cocker says, that's great news for free hitters. If Rafinha Ramsdale's out, glad I played my free hit. Hopefully it plays off. Yeah, this is good news for free hitters. I mean, the real disaster would be if, like, Kane doesn't start. Mr. A says free hitters rubbing their hands. I'm rubbing my hands under the table right now. I might even be rubbing something else, but I'll keep that to myself. But no, I'm not going to rub it in. That's what I won't. That's the rubbing I won't do, is rubbing it in, because that's not really very nice. Two minutes to go. Well, 1.5 minutes to go, and we'll get confirmed news. We can find out for sure. A chip without 100 points is a trap. No, it doesn't matter about whether you get 100 points or not. It's about whether you score above, how many points you score above the average. You guys like that joke, huh? Then it just shows how delayed the chat is. I'm seeing all the laughing emojis now from a joke I made a minute ago. Oh, come on, I want to see the final news. I want to see the final news. Rub it, rub. Better use some lotion. For what, guys? I'm just talking about rubbing my hands together, like, you know, with glee. I'm rubbing my hands together with glee. There's no other rubbing going on down here. Right, guys, that should be it. Right, we should have team news. Come on, refresh. Because I'm delayed. Well, oh, here we go. Right, here it is. Rafinha's not even on the bench. Whoa, okay. Melier, Ayling, Dallas, Strauch, Llorente, Forshaw, Click, James, Harrison, Rodrigo, Bamford. That is okay. Yeah, so no Rafinha even on the bench. That's tough. That's tough. Let's go Wolves. Well, we've got Johnny. No Kilman. Oh, my word. No Kilman. So, Sarr, Johnny, Bolly, Cody, Saiss, Aitnori, Dendonka, Neves, Moutinho, Podence, and Jimenez. Oh, what is that? That's a two-man strike force. That's a two-man... That's Daniel Podence playing as a striker. That's good. Johnny should play pretty advanced there as well. In fact, really advanced. Yeah, I'm already feeling very good about this free hit. I'm already feeling very good. I mean, let's see, but... Yeah, damn, okay. Okay. Let's talk FPL Mudded. What happened there? Does he have Rafinha? Oh my god. Let's talk FPL has been mudded a few times this season, to be fair. He has had some really bad luck. Really bad luck. Almost feel bad. Yeah, I don't know. How many of you guys own Rafinha? I mean, my group chats are going mad right now, so I'm guessing that a few of my friends have Rafinhas and Kilmans and the like. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. No Rafinha, no Kilman. That's the big news, really, isn't it? I don't know who else. Hwang. A few of you guys own Hwang, I guess. Really interesting. Really interesting. Apparently, he didn't sell Rafinha for Barnes, so he was going to sell Rafinha for Barnes and then bottled it. Fair enough. You know, I mean, I probably would have done the same. Well, would I? No, I would probably want Barnes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have done the same, but I'd certainly understand the logic. I don't think there's anything wrong with that decision making. That's a fine decision to keep Rafinha. Like, some of what we were reading was that Rafinha was fine and that he travelled. If Rafinha travels with the squad, then that's a really good, it's a good reason to suggest that Rafinha was going to play. Maybe he's just, he's obviously travelling in a non-playing capacity. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, these are the kind of things that happen in FPL. Like, sometimes you are going to get a bit of bad luck. You just got to make sure you have more good luck than bad luck by the end of the season. That's it at the end of the day. Oh well. Oh well. Brett Hollins says swap Kilman for Johnny. Thanks to you, Dan. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I think Johnny will do well today. With a two-man strike force of Podence and Jimenez, Johnny should play really advanced on that right-hand side. I mean, he was already playing really advanced, but he should be good. I think that's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a really interesting one. Johnny, my boy, come on, let's do it. Absolutely, Anish. Mash says I have 8 players now and less 2 players, Kilman and Rafinha. It's not good. Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, it's bad luck at the end of the day, though. You can't blame yourself. You can't blame anyone else. It's just bad luck. It's just bad luck. I mean, one of the reasons why I was never considering Kilman and Sice to a degree as well is because I was worried about Bolly. I mean, I have spoken a lot, to be fair, about Bolly potentially coming in place of Kilman or Sice. That's happened twice now. So Cody is still the only nailed on, the only safe centre-back, really, in that Wolves team. Johnny I was confident about. Just while Semedo is out, I was confident about Johnny. Zaki says Johnny is Otto. Yeah, Johnny Otto. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kilman, I don't feel so sorry for people who pick Kilman, because you kind of pick, if you'd had picked Kilman, you did so knowing the risk. Rafinha, though, that's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. It really is. Oh well. It is what it is. Alright, guys. Shall we Sice seems pretty safe. He's pretty safe, but he's not as safe as Cody. Rafinha and Kilman not there. Get in. I mean, if you don't own either of those players, you're probably feeling pretty good right now. I don't think that many people own Kilman, to be fair. What's his ownership like? I've still got this page. Oh, is it going to work? Yeah, it's going to work. Just going to have a look at the ownership of Kilman. I'm scared this is going to crash if I click too many things. No, it's not. Kilman's at 4.5. Oh, I clicked and now it's broken. I knew that was going to happen. Kilman is at 4.5% owned. That is much more than I thought it would be. Wow, okay, fair enough. Jeez. Rahul says I have Raf, Kilman and Huang. Can anyone beat that? Can anyone beat that? Has anyone got anything worse? Any more benchings? I mean, who else? Who else was benched really out of people that people have? If I just go, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going here. Who else is out that is a major player? Gelhardt. Do people pick him? I've known a few people. I've seen a few people pick him as a kind of a bench option, but yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see. Leeds confirm Rafinha has COVID. There we go. There we go. Brett says poll. What about what players people have? I don't think that's interesting enough, really. Oh, I mean, this game week has the potential to become really interesting. Really interesting. I know people were kind of writing off this game week, and to a degree, I kind of understood why you would write off this game week. But this story, particularly today, the storylines that have started to come out. You know, Rafinha, is he available? Is he not available? Is it a good idea to free hit or not? Most people saying don't free hit. You know, this Ramsdale knock thing. Could be really, really interesting. Could be really interesting. Oh well. Lots of people saying they have Kilman and Rafinha. I can't believe it. I honestly didn't know that so many people had Kilman. Kilman plays every game until we need him. We didn't. He missed 2, didn't he? No, I can't even check this. I think he missed 2 recently. But oh well. Right, I am going off. Sports Edits, who says best FPL YouTuber still streaming. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to stop streaming. Connor Gunn says, oh hey mate, it's FPL Con. Was great to chat with you in the space today. Oh, nice one, man. Good to chat to you too. Rohan says, why can't football be transparent about COVID cases? There's no need to. Why would you? Why would you? Decided to risk it for Iheanacho. Interesting, Ray. My mate had Kilman, Rafinha, and Ramsdale. Damn it! And FPLFC says, now I have 7 players. So yeah, there's some final comments in the stream, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Don't forget, if you are in the UK or can get to London quite easily, I am going to be giving away those Fantasy Football Fest tickets. I'm going to draft up a tweet like in a minute. And post that. So if you do want the tickets for free, you'll have to come collect them off me. So it's not like you can get them off me online and you can resell them. You'll just have to meet me at the gates, and I will get you in for free, basically. There'll be 4 tickets to give away. Just make sure you reply to the tweet that I post in a minute. And that's basically it. Wish me luck on the free hit, guys. It's going to be a really exciting one. Good luck equally to all of you guys, whether you're on free hits or not. Hopefully Harry Kane is going to bang an absolute hat-trick. So we're all going to be doing very good. Very, very good. And don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.